So your reaction to the executive orders issued by President Trump, what impact do you think that will have on you and your family?
I think it is really unfortunate that it had to be done in such a quick manner, that it is not being well thought out. It's affected a lot of people in a negative way. Fortunately, at this time, it's not really affecting myself and my family because I'm a U.S. citizen. However, we do not know really if that's going to be the case if I were to travel outside the United States and come back, if that's going to be an issue or not, because it's been mentioned that if you travel in and out to one of those countries frequently, without saying what frequently is, that you might be questioned. So I don't know what the ramification would be if that's the case.
What about in terms of your family members, your parents trying to come here?
As far as my family members, that's not an option anymore. They cannot come and see me because they will have to get a visa. Anybody from my family side, and that's at this point they cannot for at least 90 days if they choose to. That they're banned.
And how do you feel about the president, the administration's argument that this is needed to take a close look at the vetting process, to ensure that potential terrorists are not entering the U.S.?
I find it hard to believe that's the case because, first of all, those who hold a green card, they're subjected to extreme vetting. Myself, it took 6 years before I actually got my green card from the time I actually applied. I had to give all kind of information about myself, going back all the way to every place that I lived in, back to Sudan through when I was working in Egypt. And then here you do your biometric fingerprints in a yearly basis, and a really rigorous process. That has never been different, and I don't know what's more than that they can do. Another thing is none of these countries, the 7 countries that have been mentioned, has ever been implicated in any terrorist attack in the United States, as far as I know, in the last 30 years or so, or 40 years, I believe, since 1979. So I don't know what the motivation is behind it. And another thing is, if Sudan, one of the countries that is banned right now, is really considered an issue, they just lifted the economic sanctions that they had against Sudan, and a week later this law comes out. And if you deem this country to be a threat, I don't know how you can lift the sanctions and do business with it and then ban its people from coming to the U.S.